guys, welcome to my channel. My name's Ayana. If you are new here on my channel, we discuss all things hair, all things fitness, and occasionally some nursing related content. So if that's interesting to you, please hit the subscribe button below. If not, enjoy this video. Guys, I'm super excited to be back. In this video, I'm going to be answering your relaxed hair questions. Before we begin, a lot of you guys ask me where I get my CC Chanel jewelry from, so I'm gonna have it linked in the description. If you were one of the people that hit me up on Instagram, it's gonna be down in the description box below. All right, that being said, let's get into these questions.
Things are different, I'm new. That's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen.
All right, the first question I get asked all the time: how often do I relax? I stretch to about 4, sometimes 5 months, just depending on how busy I am. Usually my goal is to hit around the 4-month mark. So the second most frequent question that I get asked are about the products that I use. I list all the products that I use in the description box below on every single video. For the sake of this video, my main 3 products, guys, you know, Holy Grail product, Unlay. That's the multivitamin for your hair. I use the Living Proof Repair Restore Leave-In, and that's the hair strengthener. And then I use Olaplex, and Olaplex is going to take a little longer for you to notice that it's kind of working, but I use it and I think it keeps my hair in a healthy, strong state. Those are my staples. And then occasionally I'll have products depending on my needs thrown in there as well. So check the description box if you're ever interested in that. A question that I recently got asked: how soon after you relax should you wait to put in a protective style? I usually wait about a week at the minimum. 2 weeks is usually where I like to go. And that's because when you relax, a lot of stress on the scalp. You're using a chemical, and it doesn't matter how neat or precise your skills are, that chemical is getting on your scalp and it's causing microscopic inflammation. So that being said, before I put any more tension on my scalp or do any more harm, I like to give my scalp at least a 2-week break just to let anything that might have happened heal. Then I do my protective style. So that's my recommendation. Another question that I get asked is what shampoos, conditioners. Guys, I use the Moroccan Oil Moisture line, their moisturizing shampoo and their moisture mask. My hair doesn't do well with a lot of lather, and so if your hair seems to get very dried out or very matted during the detangling process, you might want to take away some of that lathering shampoo and go with a moisturizing shampoo. It really did make a difference for me, and if you're suffering from the same thing, it might make a difference for you too. Next question: how often do I trim? I trim every 6 months, 5 to 6 months, usually around the time of my relaxer. I self-relax at home, and then I go to the hair salon usually the next month for my trim. I have started this year incorporating dusting into my routine because I just think it makes your hair maintain its health. If there are any little split ends, you can kind of search and destroy. Please do not trim with every relaxer. You're never going to see length retention by doing that. I used to do that in my younger years, and that is why I never saw growth. I had super healthy, super blunt ends, but my hair just literally sat on my neck for years. Next question I get asked is, what color do I have in my hair? I'll insert pictures. My hair's in a bun today, but I use Clairol Honey Blonde. I'll have it linked in the description box below as well. I use box color just because in my mind it's a little less harmful than traditional bleach, but honestly, they're both harmful. I have much more success with box colors as far as not breaking, but I have less success with being able to control the color and the intensity. Really, with box colors, you're taking a gamble. It may not be as precise as if you actually use bleach and lightened your hair to where you want it. Box colors they don't take. Sometimes it's patchy. It's really just a kind of a guessing game. But for me, I've had success, and so I continue to go that route. So the Clairol box color in Honey Blonde. Another question that I get asked a lot is, how do you speed up the rate of growth for your hair? And can this be done? You can maximize your hair growth. A lot of us are not reaching our full hair growth potential. At the end of every year, your hair should be 6 inches longer. There is some genetics that come into play as far as how long your hair stays in the hair growth cycle. Some of the things that you can do in order to reach your potential and to speed up your growth is exercise. That's increasing circulation. Anything that increases circulation is going to increase your rate of growth, or at least get you to your max rate of growth. So exercise, scalp massage, as well as using follicle stimulating oils like rosemary oil. These things are really going to bring the proper nutrients to the hair follicle cells for growth. So those things will absolutely help, as well as not being nutrient deficient. So taking vitamins or eating a rich, healthy diet. You want to have the right building blocks to make and grow healthy hair. So those things are absolutely controllable and advisable if you are on a hair growth journey. Another question is how often to keep our protective styles in, and the difference between protective styles and low manipulation styles. With low manipulation styles, you're not going to keep in for very long, maybe a week. The most I would do a low manipulation style is for 2. And that's a style that tucks your ends away or hides your ends. So your own type of braids, a bun, something where you don't have to comb your hair every day. You can just tie it down or brush it. It's not actually hidden in a weave like a protective style. Protective styles can be utilized for much longer, like with a weave or with braids or with twists. Those type of things where your hair is hidden and your ends are tucked away, not manipulated for an extended period of time, that's a protective style. And for me, my protective style stays in for 3 months. That's a little bit long for some people, but I show you on my channel how to do that. I have an entire protective style series, including my takedown. So if you are thinking about putting in a protective style, especially for length retention, please check out that series first. Another question that I get asked a lot, what products, what kind of protein strengthening products would I recommend? You guys already know the product that I recommend for strengthening is the Living Proof Repair and Restore leave-in. It has a small amount of silk protein, so it's not a heavy hitter protein leave-in, but it does have enough to strengthen the hair. But one of the things that I love about it is it's gentle enough that you can use it every single day without protein overload. The other thing that I use is the Jamaican black castor oil strengthen and restore conditioner. To me, that's the only protein that you need, or something like that, where it's not too harsh. I can use it weekly or bi-weekly if I choose to. It's just a no-brainer, because when you have protein overload, it's very difficult to come back from that. And then the last question for today is, if your hair, again, this is a specific question, but if you have damage, should you cut off your damage right away, or should you just sort of trim the damage away as your hair is growing? To me, that's a very individual question, how you feel about your hair. A lot of women think of their hair as their beauty, and doing a big chop or a big cut is very traumatizing to them. So if you're one of those people who find it very traumatizing or hard to part with your hair, I wouldn't recommend it. You can easily do just slow trims until you have grown out that damage. Me personally, I don't like to see thin ends. I don't like to see damaged hair on my head. I would cut it like immediately. But that's just me. I've done this several times in my life. I don't have as much attachment to my hair. I don't necessarily mind cutting my hair, but I want to be the one to make the choice. I don't want it to be like my hair broke off and I had to cut it. You know, especially if it was caused by a stylist. I'm about to post a hair vlog where I go all into stylists and why I'm taking a break from it. That's going to be my next video. So if you're interested, again, like I said, like and subscribe. But guys, that's it for now. If you have any questions, please comment them below this video so that I can do another answering your relaxed hair questions where I can address your specific questions if I have it in this video. Guys, take care. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.